Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. I just did record the Bitcoin video and then the move already happened. In the Bitcoin video, we also talked about the triangle. I talked yesterday in my last video already about an emerging triangle here, and then gave you a target in the Bitcoin video. By the time it had already uploaded, the move had already happened, right? But in the meantime, I did update the channel members on Discord and Telegram, so they were aware. If you want to have these sort of quick notifications, because I always try to let channel members know, as gold members especially, on the signals channel, anything important, yeah, because uploading takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? So sometimes a move can already happen. Then feel free to check out the channel membership. Here as well, Ethereum, yeah, before this move today happened, I highlighted on Discord and Telegram that the triangle might be complete that we talked about in the last video. I think this was spot on to highlight to you that we get a triangle here, and it shows the beauty of Elliott, because why did we expect a triangle? We did expect a triangle because we acknowledged that the wave 2 was a sharp correction. What you typically get if wave 2 is a sharp correction, you get in a wave 4 a sideways correction that's based on the guideline of alternation within Elliott, and you typically, one of these sideways patterns is a triangle. So we did get the triangle, and pretty clearly, I think yesterday in the video we had a wave C nearly complete, highlighted to you we could get still a D and an E, which we did. Now I already calculated here the target, which was reached already. So how do we calculate the target? So I'm not making up a target here to tell you, oh, that was the target. There were very clear rules to calculate a target of a triangle, the triangle thrust as per Elliott Wave, yeah. So it's not that you say, okay, you know, this was the target and we already reached it. No, it's it just shows here how Elliott works and how well it works. Because the way you calculate the target is, first of all, you define the wave count of the triangle. You connect it by connecting the A and the C line and the B and the D line. You extend them out to the beginning of the triangle. You take the height between waves, the beginning, right, the vertical line at the beginning of the triangle, and then you take that line, and the length of that triangle, the height, and you add it to the low of the E wave. And that basically takes us to 1580. We've already reached 1577. Can't rule out that on some exchanges it might have reached it perfectly. We'll see. So I would say this looks at least nearly finished based on the triangle height. At least it stopped there for now. Yeah, you can never rule out an extension. In fact, I would actually think, looking at this entire move, that we might get an extended fifth wave. I cannot rule that out because wave 3 is quite short. So typically wave 3 in crypto is the extended wave. Typically wave 3 in crypto would reach the 1.618 fib extension. Here it didn't. So if wave 1 has approximately the same length as wave 3, wave 5 is not typically, but it can be the extended wave. So we need to be ready for an extension here, with Bitcoin as well, by the way. But this is the first target, 1580. So we could come down from here and happy days, yeah. But be aware, we can get an extension, not the risk, but the possibility is quite high, because wave 1 and wave 3 have nearly the same length. We can actually double check that by taking here the length of the wave 1. We go to the low of the wave 2, and you can see the wave 3, while it's a bit longer, it only reached the 1.272 extension. So it's just sort of marginally longer, just this little bit longer here. Okay, anyway, so we have basically 5 valid waves complete. I think we should get a bit of an extension here at least. And yeah, then we're good. Then we at least have 5 waves up. As I highlighted to you in the last video, this means if we have 5 waves up, we could now expect a wave 2 to the downside, or at least a pullback shortly. Now, towards the end of this move, even if we get an extension, I would be careful with long positions personally. Yeah, I entered my long positions down here and now moved my stop loss slightly into profit. This is not the time where I would enter long positions anymore. Is it time to short? Well, it might be for you. For me, it's not. Because the risk or the possibility is that the move down will, let's say, only be a wave 2. And a wave 2 would be a corrective move which interrupts the higher level trend, which might have switched already to the upside. And if the higher level trend is up, a wave 2 can be shallow. So the risk to reward is here quite, not very favorable, okay? So if we get a wave 2, I don't have a confirmed one in place, so a top in place, so I cannot, bear in mind, there is here the, is it the 50-day moving average? Where are we? The yellow line. Oh no, that's a trend line, it's just a trend line. Be aware of that trend line of the channel. That could certainly lead to some resistance, at least temporary, here around 1590, okay, so it could be that we have 5 waves complete, 3 waves down. If we hold a wave 2 support, and I can only give you the support if wave 1 is complete, so I will update the channel members about that. If we hold this wave 2 support, it is likely that we subdivide further into 5 waves, into that $1,800 to maybe $1,900 region within the 5th wave that we've been talking about over the last few days, okay? And then everything would have worked out perfectly and we're all happy. It's not always that easy, because what I cannot rule out at this stage is that we're doing something like on the Bitcoin chart, that actually we will test these lows down here again and come down again, and this wave 2 support fails, and that we have something like a WXY pattern, and we've really only done an A wave. This is now a B wave, and we will come down in C. The problem is if we come down in C once more, and if Ethereum makes one more low here, based on the current structure, my concern is it would drop below the support area. Anybody who entered with me down here, and I know a lot of channel members have, we can just lean back and watch, because if we make another low, I would be extremely careful. I might still re-enter carefully, but the risk is now if we make another low, that it will drop below the support area and it will invalidate the wave 4, and we might see a much deeper retracement, okay? But that's the situation here at the moment, and this is primarily what I'm following, wave 5. If we see, again, there is another possibility, I highlighted that in yesterday's video, I need to do that from time to time. The possibility is as well, if the local low has been made here, yes? And this is very similar to what I just told you actually. It's just a different way of counting it, that all of this was just an A wave. We are now moving up in a larger B wave, and we will come down in C again in a wave 2. So this is what many other coins are doing as well. It would indicate that this 3rd wave was finished already, this 4th wave was actually over here, and this 5th wave was finished here or here, and we've actually already completed this 5 wave move since November, and we are already in the wave 2, which would not be a problem. It would just mean we are facing a deeper correction, and we are already further advanced in the chart, and if we hold this wave 2, it will tell us if the bear market low has already been made in June or not. So that's sort of what I'm primarily watching, but first I'll see if this 5th wave plays out. It was a pretty good reward to risk ratio this week that we had down there. I think now we're getting into territory where the risk obviously increases again slightly, but any setbacks can be used to scale up a trade. I might do that actually, and then keep you updated. Okay, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.